Hey guys, what's up? Jamal Hasser from Bermuda. Jeremy McGrath, King of Supercross. 7 Supercross championships. 72 race wins. That's formidable. That's outstanding, and that's a wonderful accomplishment to feat. Being the King of Supercross. But what Jeremy brought to the table was unique. You know what I mean? And he's a trendsetter and a record setter. His name for his trademark, the knack-knack. You know what I mean? He invented that, came off the knack-knack, and that was his trademark, knack-knack. Jeremy started racing at the age of 15, guys. You know what I mean? After having a successful BMX career. And you could see in the way that Jeremy was riding his bike that it was BMX style techniques. He transferred the style from the BMX straight on his motocross bike. He was fluent, and he moved just as if he was on a push bike. So he evolved the sport, and it shows that BMX riding could help enhance your motocross skills and supercross skills, as Jeremy McGrath displayed that. 7 Supercross championships and 72 race wins. The highest ever amount of Supercross race wins in the history of Supercross. And as we currently speak, his second in combined wins with a total of 89, only behind Carmichael. Andy Carmichael, who we call the GOAT, the greatest of all time, has more combined wins than him. So, when we're looking at Jeremy McGrath, we're looking at somebody that opened the doors that James Stewart benefits from, and Ricky Carmichael benefits from today. You know what I mean? He opened up, and before Jeremy McGrath, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Damon Bradshaw opened the door for higher salaries too. For Jeremy McGrath, opened the door for McGrath. And McGrath, the way he evolved the sport with his knack-knack, his skill, and the ability to go out and dominate, he raised the bar for the salaries that James Stewart and Ricky Carmichael benefit from today. So, when we're looking at McGrath, yes, he is the king of Supercross, and his riding style was just smooth. He was calculated, and he's just so unique. But what I like about McGrath's riding style, what I would say about the most, was his tenacity and skill. I watched him come out of corners and the bike would slide. I remember one Supercross race, man, it was a big triple he was getting up to, and the bike power slid to the side, and he still went up the face of the triple, stood the bike up straight, got up over the handles, and got the front down, and that was so pretty and amazing to watch. Watching him just come through the pack and dominate in Supercross, in the fashion that he did it, it was just mind-blowing. Jeremy McGrath, the king of Supercross, the knack-knack man, and I clearly remember him wearing his Alpine style boots and Cincelo gear and the 1-800-COLLECT sponsorship. From 1993, he's the first rookie ever to come in and win a championship. First rookie ever to come in and win a championship like that. Ryan Dunge's the second rookie. But McGrath, he threw into the likes of Jeff Stanton, Damon Bradshaw, Jack Mutasevich, Mike LaRocco. He is coming up against a competitive field. But they knew what he's bringing to the table as far as skill and ability, but I think he caught the competition by surprise, the way he dominated in that fashion. But from that point on, 1993, he just went on a tour, winning 7 Supercross championships, right? But he won from 93 to 97. Then he switched to Suzuki. Experienced a little bit of troubles with the Suzuki. It wasn't 100% gelling, but he lost the championship by a slight margin. 1998, he signed with Chaparral and went on to win back-to-back Supercross championships. But as far as the record is concerned, the 72 race wins, Supercross race wins, I don't see nobody doing that anytime soon. Not anytime soon, guys. Maybe the next generation of riders, but not right now. Jeremy solidified his spot. He's one of the faces of the sport. And we as fans and the riders alike, we owe gratitude to Jeremy McGrath. thank you, King of Supercross, for what you brought to the table. You've brought so much to the table. You off the track. He's a beautiful person as well. He has character and personality. But you know, what amazed me is like when Jeremy Mcgrath came out of retirement to mix it up with Ricky Carmichael and James Stewart in the 2005 season, and then Chair Ridge. He came back out, and that was the first time he rode a 450. So that added excitement to the Supercross series as well. The King's coming back. And during that season, 2005, the races that he did race, he managed a couple of top fives, and I think he was in the top 5 in the standings. But we're looking at his Supercross skills, how he honed his Supercross skills. But let's not overlook that Jeremy Mcgrath also won the Outdoor Championship in 1995 aboard his Honda. Let's not forget that as well. Some people may argue he wasn't as strong indoors as he was outdoors, and I would say he was stronger indoors. He is the king of Supercross, and 1995, he showed that he is versatile and he has the ability to win an outdoor championship as well. In 1996, he was on the verge of doing the same thing, but he came up with an injury, and according to Jeremy Mcgrath, he tried a jump that he knew he should not have jumped, and he's angry with himself. But that's how the sport goes sometimes, And we know it's a tough sport, and it's easy to get injured in the sport of Supercross and motocross. But what's been amazing to me about Jeremy, how he managed to stay healthy all them years in Supercross. When he's dominating, he stayed healthy. Really didn't hear of anything taking him out of the Supercross series. And Jeremy's cool, calm, and collective. There's so much to say about Jeremy Mcgrath. He evolved the game. And I remember when he was riding for Peak. You remember Peak Splitfire? He went from Kawasaki, then he went to Peak Splitfire, and I believe those Yamaha there's in the blue and white strip. That was good as well, watching him on that 125. He recorded a Supercross title in the 125 class, and outdoor national two outdoor national titles in the 125 class. Jeremy just grew. Came from the 125 class to the 250 class, but he had an advantage, guys. As far as Supercross, when they say he had an advantage, he was a master on the BMX, and he transferred that skill to Supercross. But fast forward, 2014, Jeremy's formidable. Every now and then he'd be on the sportscast for Supercross, which is always exciting to see him and his old rival Jeff Amick commenting and being together on Supercross. That's exciting to me, seeing them as being old rivals, not a podcasting. At some of the Supercross races. Jeremy's since also involved into different car events, like NASCAR or off-road. Has been involved in X Games, Supermoto. Has solidified a spot. Has even came second in the high jump in Supermoto. So Jeremy's never to be forgotten. His name will forever be Axton Stern. And for me as a fan, it was a pleasure watching Jeremy Mcgrath do his thing. He was formidable. There's no denying that the undisputed king of Supercross. From me especially, thank you, king of Supercross, Jeremy Mcgrath, for what you brought to the table. And I'm sure many sport fans alike are saying the same thing. Thank you. And I'd ask the Supercross the riders in particular, don't forget who opened these doors that you benefit from today. A lot of things. Jeremy brought viewership to Supercross. People, he brought in sponsors. He added so much to the sport. And what I love most, what also I love about Jeremy is off the track. It's like I said earlier. It may sound like I'm repeating myself, but I have to reiterate this. It's good off the track. It's got good character off the track. You'll see Jeremy signing autographs. It's still cool. He's cool, calm, and collective. He's not arrogant. Seeing somebody that accomplished that much, you might be arrogant, but he's not arrogant. He's humble and down to earth. And off the track, he's a great great athlete as well. But you know, that Honda, when he came in his rookie season on that number 15 Honda, and stunned the industry in the way he dominated, and going up against the competition that he had to go up against, guys, that was outstanding. You know what I mean? That was very outstanding. So you know, my hat goes off to Jeremy Mcgrath for being such a formidable athlete, and Axis Stern as the king of Supercross, and that title isn't never going anywhere. You know, in the fashion that you done it. You know, 7 Supercross championships. You know. But coming towards, you know, in 2001, Carmichael, after struggling in the 99, after a struggling couple of seasons, you know, Carmichael was finally able to dethrone Jeremy Mcgrath in 2001, you know, and that's when Jeremy Mcgrath was riding with Chaparral Yamaha. So, you know, Mcgrath's won on Hondas, Kawasaki's, and Yamahas. So it's won on 3 different brands. But to Jeremy Mcgrath, I salute you, and Supercross fans and motocross fans alike, subscribe to my channel, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to get some more updates. Let's rock together. Have a nice day, and bless it.